It's Friday. I wasn't gonna vlog again, but I have decided. Put the light on. Light's not even working. I've decided to because yesterday I checked in with my coach, and she has my weight's actually dropped quite a little bit. So obviously I spoke about that on a blog before. Kept my lovely view when I wake up every morning. So nice, isn't it? Yeah, so I spoke about it, and can't quite get the angle of this camera. If I'm on my Todge. Anyway, I'm gonna step back now. Yeah, so she basically, my weight's been dropping, and obviously the aim of the game when you're competing isn't to be having loads and loads of, you want your weight to be getting down because it's a good indication that change is happening, but equally you don't want, fast amounts of weight to be dropping. And I'm still 9 weeks out, which means we've still got a lot of weeks of chipping away. So she's actually given me a little bit of a break in the sense of I've got 2 days where my carbs are a lot more, which I will talk you through. I've also got less steps to do today, and I've only got to do 10 minutes of cardio every morning. So I'm not going to go to the gym for my cardio this morning. I'm just going to use my bike at home, just do 10 minutes of cycling. And what I thought I would do is just take you through, basically they're called like a refeed day. So I thought I would take you through, God, itchy eyes. Anyone else get hay fever at the moment? I always seem to wake up with hay fever, wake up with sore eyes. I thought I would take you through it and basically explain to you in the competing world basically what a refeed is, what the benefits are, and maybe show you, what I'm looking like before, what I'm looking like after, maybe explain to you a little bit of the science behind it. So yeah, today is a training day, refeed day. So I will take you through it. For now, I'm going to get up, take my morning steps like I always do, 10 minutes of cardio on my bike, and then I start work at 7 today, so early start, but all good because the carbs are coming in. Although I feel like it's such a funny one because when you're in prep mode, so for me, it's game on to get stage ready, you kind of are willing to do whatever it takes in the sense of you follow your meal plan, you tick the boxes, and every week obviously you want to be getting results. So in my head today, because I don't necessarily feel the need for a refeed, it's more of a, the changes that have visually that are happening with my body and the drop on the scales is indicating that my body needs it. Mentally, I don't feel like I need it, and therefore I'm it's playing with me a little bit. It's do I really need the extra food? Do I need to not do the cardio this morning because I feel like I was in quite a groove of enjoying what I was doing and seeing results. I was seeing my body fat was dropping, and so now I'm does this mean I'm working hard enough? Is this the right thing to do? But this is where you trust your coach. She's got loads of experience with this, and the end goal is to look my best. It's not who can suffer the hardest, who can, diet, who can do the most steps, who can do the most cardio. That is not what it's about. You actually are better off finding a way, of achieving something that you feel, I suppose, feels more sustainable. Bodybuilding to the outside world probably isn't sustainable, and actually thinking about it, I was doing 30 minutes of cardio every single morning, 20 minutes of cardio after training 5 days a week, sticking to a diet plan that didn't have loads of carbs. So actually, from a sustainability point of view, this refeed's probably going to benefit me today. So yeah, it's just a funny one. But anyway, I will take you through it, and I'll pick you back up when I'm having meal one. So annoying, bloody things on to spin. So meal one for me is my breakfast will still stay the same. So I have my 2 eggs and my egg whites and my veggies. I've gone for push the boat out this weekend. I'm going to have some deluxe golden yolk eggs. Go all out, you know. And then my carb source, so I'm going to have like extra carbs basically with every meal. So initially my coach had put porridge in, but I'm not actually, the last time I had porridge I didn't actually digest it very well, so I've switched it for cream of rice. So I have gone for the cinnamon cereal one is what I'm going to have today. So I'm going to have about 50 grams of this, and literally all I need to do is add boiling hot water to that. So yeah, that's meal one for me. Busy morning, working from home with clients and stuff today, which is good for this refeed because I can literally make all my meals fresh, which is quite nice. So I can actually like sit down, enjoy this refeed, and I'll explain to you a little bit later about, you know, what it's hopefully going to do, you know, the importance of a refeed on prep, when to use them, when to, like, you know, not use them. Essentially that, you know, there's a purpose behind it, which I'm definitely discovering, because I, at this point, like I said this morning, I don't necessarily feel like I need the refeed, but the body looks and there's slight signals that it needs it. So, you know, that is what the refeed is there for today. So yeah, meal one for me is my protein is coming from my eggs and veggies, and then I'm gonna have cream of rice. So I'll show you my little 2-course breakfast in a sec. Meal one. So I add my hot water, I leave this for 2 minutes, and then I put it in the microwave for like 45 seconds to a minute. Now, if you like it thick, then obviously just don't add as much water. Like, I like it like this consistency, so smooth, but I don't really like it really stodgy. So for me, that's how I like it. And then there's my original breakfast. So this is meal one, 50 grams of cream of rice, 2 eggs, 120 grams of egg whites and veggies. Yum, yum, yum. Pre-workout, 80 grams of cream of rice, which is a lot more than I was having pre-workout with my raspberries. And then I always make my way into like a little paste. So I literally just put a dribble of water, keep mixing it until I get this consistency. It's almost like a bit gluey like, but I then pour this on top, which is gonna be a bit of a fail while I'm holding you. And it's just like a sauce, like a thick sauce. If you want it more runnier, then obviously you just add a dash more water. So this is going to be my pre-workout meal now. So yeah, cream of rice, whey, vanilla ice cream. Oh my god, generally is like vanilla ice cream, Milky Bar Kid, that sort of taste, so good. Because I'm having loads of carbs today, I'm going to have all my carb meals with these, which just help to shut the carbs in, just stabilise my blood sugar levels a little bit easier. So yeah, pre-workout meal number 2. God, you forget how good carbs are for like energy. I just trained then and it just felt amazing. Felt like I could go on forever. And this is my post-workout. So we've doubled the potatoes, doubled the portion of Rice Krispies, and then chicken for my protein. So I am gonna sit, chill out and enjoy this big carb meal. So while I'm just waiting for my dinner to cook, I thought I'd just run you through today. I worked out the macros. of what I normally have at the moment, and then obviously what I'm having today on the refeed. So I'm normally having around 190 grams of protein, 200 grams of carbs, and about 50 grams of fat. That's currently what my training day is. And today we're keeping protein and fat the same, so still 190 protein, 50 fat, but the carbs have actually gone up to 380. So the carbs have nearly doubled, basically. And training felt amazing, but weirdly today I've actually just felt quite tired. I think my body is used to the amount, obviously, that I'm giving it. So having more carbohydrate, although it helps us to perform, it has actually made me feel a little bit more tired. So I've still got 2 meals left, and I'll show you my dinner in a second and my tonight, just if you're interested in seeing the types of foods. But we've just stuck with foods that I digest well and that I eat anyway, because I want to obviously have no bloating potentially, and also I want to enjoy what I'm eating. So that's why the carbs have been the ones that they have today. And then I've also got to do another refeed. So tomorrow I'm essentially doing a very similar structure. I worked out my rest day. So my rest day is 190 protein to the same, 50 fat, but 70 carbs. So at the moment I only have 70 grams of carbs on a rest day. But tomorrow I'm going to be having 265 grams of carbs. So basically like an extra 200 grams on a rest day. So in theory we should be loading up today, loading up the carbs. What I'll do is I will weigh tomorrow just to see what my weight essentially does after the first day, and then I'll do a weigh-in, and I'll also do photos, because I'll have to do photos for my coach on Sunday. And what we can do is we can have a little compare to my body on Thursday before the 2 days of carbs, and then after, and I can let you know with regards to what's happened, and what that means really, in a nutshell. So yeah, just thought I would just break them down. But actually I prefer not knowing, because it's interesting seeing that 70 grams of carbs on a rest day doesn't actually sound like a lot. But I've actually been absolutely fine on rest days. Yeah, okay, a little bit tired, but I haven't really thought, oh, I'm only on 70 grams of carbs. So I think I'm going to prefer to not know as it gets deeper, and just go on how you feel, and just accept it for what it is. But it's been nice having the extra carbs. I found that I need to go to the toilet way more. I'm weeing loads more, and that is just obviously carbohydrates pull more water in. So therefore I am weeing more, so I'm trying to drink more water as well, alongside it. But yeah, I think training was good, but like I said, I have actually felt quite tired today from the carbs. So yeah, meal 5 and then meal 6, so every meal basically has had carbs with it today. So it will be interesting to see basically what happens over the next 2 days, really. See tomorrow, more carbies, and then I think Sunday will be the interesting one to see after 2 days, just how I'm looking, how my body's feeling, and I'm really looking forward to leg day on Sunday with all those carbs. Last meal, more cream of rice, yogurt, peanut butter. I've gone for this one. So I've literally finished with a nice little bit of chocolate. If you like Bounty, then you're going to love that. Nice, thick consistency, pre-bed. And then my sleep aid. So this will just be lovely before bed. Fueled up. Hopefully this does the trick. Monday now. So the last part of this that I left you hanging was after I'd had the full day on the Friday of the refeed. So it was going to be 2 refeeds. So it was Friday and Saturday. It's now on Sunday. So just going to give you an update on how everything's gone. I'm also just going to make my pre-workout meal for the gym because I'm just running a little bit behind. So obviously carbs went in pretty much double, nearly 400 on the Friday. I actually woke up on Saturday lighter than I did before. So that's a really good indication that my body obviously just really appreciated the food, basically soaked it up, which was obviously needed, because the reason for I believe why we did the refeed was because my weight was dropping quite a lot, and I think my body was looking like it was depleting a little bit, maybe a little bit quicker than it needed to be at 9 weeks out. So we did that. My weight dropped only by 0.2, but that's a good indication that my body's obviously literally taken all of that in, doubling the carbs, and my body responded by actually dropping weight. So that was what happened on the so the Friday, and then obviously the Saturday was a rest day. We were over doubling the carbs, but I wasn't training. Cardio was reduced and steps was reduced. So I've weighed this morning and I'm only up by 0.5 of a kilo. So considering the amount of carbs that I ate and the expenditure was pulled down, that's not really a lot. What is it, like £1? So all in all, I think my body obviously needed it. I'll insert some photos of what I looked like before the refeed and what I looked like after. But I definitely thought that I looked like fuller but tighter, like my skin looked tighter. So did my coach. She was really pleased. We're going to go back to baseline today. So just back to the diet that I was on before, back to the cardio, and it'd be really interesting to see what happens this week just to me. I did wake up both days starving. So the first day after the refeed, super, super hungry. And then also today I've woken up really hungry. I was doing my cardio this morning and my stomach was really hurting me. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens this week. So, that's what happened during my refeed, and sort of just to conclude really, what a refeed does, why you would refeed. Personally, I feel like there's 2 reasons in the bodybuilding world. The first one would be for what I said, which was that if the body is looking depleted, if weight is dropping a lot, then it's not necessarily a good thing. The whole point of this is that we want to preserve as much muscle, not allow my body to look too flat, because on stage you want to look as full as you can but with as most condition as you can, and that's quite a hard thing to get right. And sometimes you can think that more is needed, but actually at this point less was needed. We needed to pull back. So if you were looking depleted, if your body was dropping weight very quickly, that would be one reason why you potentially might refeed. Another reason might be fatigue. Fatigue, what I mean by that is if you're showing signs and your body is showing signs of fatigue. So I'm not meaning like you wake up and go, oh, I'm fatigued today, I'm going to eat more food. Because, there are definitely days when you're going to have to just suck that up. You're going to be hungry, you're going to want more food, energy's low. But if you're showing signs, for example, like your weight isn't budging, your weight might even be going up on the scales, even though you're sticking to the diet, you're sticking to the training and you're doing a lot of it, that could be one sign. If your sleep starts to get really affected, so sleep quality will decrease the leaner you get, because your body will essentially not want to go to bed and recover. It's not been able to recover optimally, so it will, fight you back. I definitely know that I've had things like insomnia as I get further into prep. You end up waking up at 3, 4 in the morning, need the toilet more, all of these things. So, if sleep quality is starting to get affected, if you're generally feeling really battered and maybe you're getting on the scales and although you're working really hard, your weight is not, is not doing anything, then sometimes actually having a refeed where you bring your carbs up for a couple of days can actually just de-stress the body, put it into a better state of mind, and then the body actually can start to kickstart and respond again. So that's another reason why you would refeed. But really, they need to come at the right times. They're not just, like I said, you don't just say, oh, I fancy a refeed today. When it comes to getting ready for a show, there's a purpose behind them, and I just personally think that that's probably the two reasons why you would use them. So yeah, all in all, refeed was good. It's going to be really interesting to see what happens to me this week. Hopefully I don't get like a crash, or just severe hunger all week. I'm going to have to keep myself extremely busy if that is the case. But like I said, I'm going to go back to baseline, see what happens. 9 weeks out today. And yeah, I'll just keep you updated. So I hope you liked this vlog. I thought I would just chuck this one in, because on Thursday when my coach said, oh, we need to refeed for a couple of days, I was like, oh, do you know what, this will actually be quite interesting for people to see what you do. So hope you've enjoyed. Like, share, comment, all of that jazz. It helps, and it's nice to have know people are just like watching and encouraging me, and also just maybe you're learning something about what goes on during prep. So I'm going to eat my big bowl of cream of rice now. I've got leg day today, so I feel like I should have some, 2 days of carbs. I should have some good energy to push some good numbers today. So I'll leave that this vlog here. Have a great day. Thanks for watching, and I see you on the next one.